So, hello everyone, dear friends, greetings from China, ni hao to everyone. Today we came to the car dealership of the AITO car brand. We will be reviewing the new generation of the AITO M9. At first glance, yes, externally, it's more or less the same, but looking at the specs, you can say it's a completely new car on a new platform. All right, friends, let's go step by step. Let's go. I published a short video where I mentioned that this is the ultimate version. Although they look similar externally, in reality they are not. The ultimate version hasn't revealed the interior yet. Let's first look at the exterior, then move on to the interior. First, let's start with the optics. The design has changed and we have a lot more LEDs here. More! A single LED line indicates that we have the most advanced autopilot here, LiDAR, the latest one with 896 lines. And by the way, the most interesting thing is there are 4 dots. If the LiDAR gets dirty, just press a button, it sprays water and cleans the LiDAR. That's cool. Here, air can also pass through and the aerodynamic coefficient has slightly decreased, which is another plus. These optics are, again, luxurious. On previous models, they were pretty cool. Here we have headlights capable of projecting onto the road surface, but for example, if before we only had black and white, now it can project in parking mode onto the road and also play color movies on the wall. Previously it was black and white movies. There are many changes. In the ultimate version, the logo is illuminated from below, creating the impression of a floating logo. The only thing I didn't like is that we have different variations. For example, a fully electric version with a 120 kilowatt-hour battery and also a hybrid. The hybrid has a battery either 60 kilowatt-hours or 75 kilowatt-hours. It's pretty cool. They increased the battery. Both have this kind of chrome grille. Honestly, it's a matter of taste. Here they place the cameras below. Here, notice we have these large radars. The entire car scans everything, creating an image. It can even recognize objects up to 14 centimeters, if I'm not mistaken. It can identify what the object is, and the car automatically avoids it, so the car sees everything around it. Previously, for example, we had cameras here and here, but scanning these parts left a blind spot. Now our cameras scan this part and here the side. The front part, so now we have no blind spots. The handles have changed, the same solution as in the Maestro car, but we don't have those stars. We have a crystal that rotates and creates a floating effect. You slide your hand in, the mechanism activates and the door opens. You can also open the door by pressing a button. If, for example, an accident occurs, we can also open the door in this way. So there are no problems. There's lighting on the side. So in the evening, everything is illuminated and perfectly visible. Different width tires, front 275 by 45 R22 and rear 295 by 45 R22. And most importantly, we have a new platform here, the same as in the Dish & Levis car. Fully active suspension on an 800 volt architecture, fast and slow charging. Now on the new platform, the car charges even faster. And regarding the size, if before the car was, for example, 5,213 length, now it's 5,285, I believe. If anything, I'll write the exact numbers on the screen. The logo is now illuminated. But now, to avoid having a blind spot at the bottom again, they moved these radars and sensors all around the car. It sees everything in the smallest detail with no blind spots. They've thought it all through well. Let's take a look at the trunk first. Here we have a 6-seater version, and there will also be a 5-seater version. As for the material, let's recall, for example, Range Rovers, like in the old German cars. It's well done. Alcantara on top. Everything is fully covered, there is no plastic at all. We have a cigarette lighter here, lighting, speakers. Fold the third row, move the seat forward, and there's much more space. And you can fold the backrest and lower the suspension. Just press and everything lowers. There's also a hook, just like in the AITO M6 cars, we have these mounts, so we can attach a hanger here and hang clothes. Again, many of these tiny details are well thought out. Here we have a niche where we can access the battery, obviously. Well, the trunk. It's not the largest for a 3-row car. There's lighting here, And we also have two hooks, so we can not only hang clothes but also attach a wide screen for a projector. There's an additional special mechanism that projects the image back. And it displays everything on the screen. We can have a picnic and show a movie. The car also has speakers outside, so you can play the movie with sound outside. Let me film it. There's a speaker down here. Music plays outside. Everyone can have a disco and listen to music together. The car doesn't use the speakers, they use the ones outside. And the person speaking outside, I can hear inside. So friends, this feature can be used in various situations. Either on the road, if someone cuts you off, you turn it on and tell them who they are. Or if your spouse forgot a purse, you quickly say, "Come back, I'll get the purse." And whoever speaks outside, I hear it all inside. For example, in the AITO M6, you can open the front trunk this way. In the electric version, it will be the same. It's not here. Or the knock-knock function. This function is also in the electric version, but it's not here. There's a huge trunk in the front where you can even put a golf bag, plus there's an additional niche below for up to 50 kilograms, and there's a special button to lower the suspension. It's all right in the trunk, the same solution as in the NIO ES9 car. The ultimate version has a steer-by-wire system and 3 electric motors, so there's much more power, and there's also a 2-liter turbocharged internal combustion engine. For those who love to race, for example, those who constantly drive on the highway, the internal combustion engine now has enough power to drive at 180 and above. Alright friends, let's take a look at the interior. They changed a lot here, although at first glance you might not notice. Natural wood, the entire door panel is fully covered. There's an electric button, or we can open the door this way. Alcantara on top. Look, we can do it this way too. Now we have 2 sun visors, 2 cup holders. Also wood crystal knob. Well, the display itself has changed. Previously, for example, the front display was much larger, and here it's smaller. Now they have made 2 identical displays. The top-notch picture quality today, simply the best, but the front panel remains exactly the same. Here, look, we have a display. We can input different information here, either this or a clock, please. But now in the sun, it's probably not very visible on camera. They made a mechanism, you push it, it closes automatically. It's now passed through. Accordingly, you can put a lot more things here. And I can also lock all this, basically set a password and only then open it from my side. 2 wireless chargers with ventilation. There's such a division, for example, for Huawei phones. Armrest. In this version, as I noticed, we don't have an oxygen generator, but on the internet, they showed that the AITO M9 is already equipped with an oxygen generator. It can produce oxygen from outside, or we put on a special mask and breathe if we go somewhere like to the mountains. Or outside, if someone feels unwell, you turn on the oxygen generation, please, you sit and breathe fresh air. That's really cool. Well done, well done. The Chinese surprise us once again. Technology doesn't stand still, and accordingly such features, well, please, comparing, for example, with the Mercedes GLS or Maybach, here our functionality is much more interesting. So, next, okay, here we have light. For example, at night we open the door, it lights up one zone, opened here, it lights up this zone too, cool new projection. HUD display, with the new operating system we have new animation there, and for example, when there's some sign, it shows it on the display and it moves towards you, creating a 3D effect, good quality leather with stitching. All these tiny details on the sides, completely even below, everything is covered. I can adjust the seat both on the side and here. For example, if we turned on zero gravity, it's inconvenient for me to reach here. I adjusted it on my seat as I need. Next point. We won't demonstrate it today. If, for example, we spilled water here, there are places where everything drains from below. It doesn't flood the cabin, it comes out right here. Here we have speakers, soft cushions, the AITO logo is also chrome. The seats have been redesigned, they have become much softer, more comfortable. There's a large ottoman for both the passenger and the driver. I have it here too. And there's also zero gravity for the driver's seat. Then next is the massage. So now a second, I'll turn on this ventilation. We have the first, second, third row heated. The steering wheel heating, ventilation for the first, second row. The massage has become much better. I feel it at maximum. The intensity is quite good. I can feel it. Yes, much better than it was before. Compared to Zeekr, well, more or less, I think, almost the same. The main display When I enter, I can open all the doors with the display. Very convenient, pressed everything closed. There's a high resolution display. The quality is excellent. There's a camera, press to open the panorama. Let's close it because today we have such heat. Today we have a 6-seat version. You can also choose a 5-seat version. Press the button, the door closed please, and the second and third row instantly darken. Cool, right? Look at the rear window, it doesn't darken, it becomes opaque. Another sensor is located here, and accordingly, just like in the Maestro S800 car, I can close the door with a wave. The Bose seat I can move to. I move it closer to myself, the armrest rises, I press the button again, please. Everything here is automatic too. But here it's manual. On the side there's heating, ventilation, massages. There's also this logo in some places. I, for example, turned on navigation on my phone, brought it here, and the navigation transfers to the multimedia display. Again, it's convenient. The lighting here can move. For example, if I move the seat forward, it will also move forward with me. The curtain, please, is automatic. There's also a third row. When we tint the glass, I can, in principle, rotate and darken it this way, or just by pressing. Click, click. Awesome.
Tables.
They're not here, but they can be installed. They can't be installed in the configurator. This is after you buy the car. Only then do you go to the dealership. Only then, at the dealership, can they install these tables for you. And accordingly, if you adjust the seat, the backrest angle, the table still holds its position steadily. It can also automatically rise or lower. All right, got it. Okay, let me sit behind myself in the third row. There's enough leg room. Speaking of the previous model, it was a bit cramped there. Here, our wheelbase has also increased. Now in the third row, I'm quite comfortable here. I can also recline the backrest. This is the maximum. Or move the seat further back. Moved it all the way back too. There's heating, unfortunately no ventilation. And no massage for the third row either, but the seats are very comfortable. Here we have a projector. By the way, they've improved it. It's now of higher quality. The picture is even better. Previously, the cooling system was quite noisy. And hot air, accordingly, went down. And the passengers in the third row were hot. And the price, yes, of course, the price for the Ultima version, they say 660,000 yuan, that's $98,000. In principle, they also like to make some of these moments paid options. If we round it up, okay, $100,000 for such a car. But I think, in principle, it's not bad. The refrigerator also, please, automatically extends, retracts, cools to -6, I think heats up to 55 degrees. There's an ottoman, please. Zero gravity is available. Press the button. Everything folds. This seat folds completely and moves forward. There's no glove compartment, by the way, no personal space. I can control the left and right windows from here too. And there's a 220 volt outlet, 2 cup holders. In this position, I'm 5'10", my legs hang. If a person is tall, please, there's enough space here. And on the third row, there's more space too. But if even here there's not enough space for you, then please, the ultimate version of the car is 5.4 meters long. As of today, they haven't shown the interior of the ultimate version yet, but those elements will be made exactly like in the MyExpress 800 car, made of crystal. Here the footrest is made in the standard position, but the ultimate version is like integrated into the body and it's barely noticeable. It's implemented just like in the Mercedes Maybach car. Additionally, there are sensors, cameras, microphones. You can communicate with the car from outside. This part can scan not only the asphalt, and if we drive into a body of water, it can understand the depth of the water from here. The rear axle steers. Therefore, the turning radius has significantly decreased. We're waiting for the official start of sales. It will be at the end of this month, at the end of May, and the car will be available for test drives. We'll do a comparison with the Lixian car. It will be available on May 15th. So I'll also show this feature. Let's say I turned on a movie here. We swipe up with a finger, turn it on, and now it will play outside. Here you go, the projector. In principle, if you set up a wide screen, then you can watch a movie and turn on the speakers to play outside. So now our display can be split into 2 zones. Accordingly, if we have kids sitting, one wants to watch their cartoons, the other wants to watch theirs. The display splits into 2 zones. Please, everyone can watch their own. And the sound from the headrest goes to each one individually. The firmware has been updated here, as I can see. Many features are made as if on a phone. For example, if you press here, we can resize these widgets. We can also change them here. Press it, please. Additional functionality that we use most often, or by the way, an app, for example, yes, listen to music or something else, we can also bring it here, fully customize it for ourselves. That's awesome. There's also a crab mode. There are air fresheners. The autopilot is the most advanced ADS. In the future, it will be level 5.0. This is already the third level of autopilot. The internet is still bad. The car's functionality and sound insulation in the car are really impressive. Please, either this way or that way, many features are provided, and of course, well, they are enticing. So here we have deeper settings for the audio system live mode. You can customize everything in detail for yourself. Look at how many sound settings there are here. Also, in the future, special drones will be additionally installed on the roof and powered through this section. Okay friends, I think we can wrap it up here. We're waiting for the official release when the car will be on sale. We'll definitely take it for a test drive and make a comparison. But for today, I think in principle we can.